Scoring for me has been super easy in season 4. I'm averaging 12 points per game, shooting 74% from 3 and 71% from the field. And the way I'm able to score so easy is because of the combos I use to get myself open. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through how to do 5 of the best combos that you should be using in this game. All right, before we get into the tutorial of the combos, we're gonna go over the 6 I'm using in this video. Right now I'm on my 6'6" build, so if you have a shorter guard or if you have a tall guard that can't get these 6, it might be a little bit different, but you still can follow along. For our dribble style, we're using LeBron James. I was using Magic Johnson, he got nerfed a little bit, so I'm lapping up LeBron James. It's not too bad. I've used it before I started using Magic Johnson, so that's what we're gonna go with for the dribble style. For a signature size that we're going with De'Aaron Fox, I feel like it's the best one whenever you're using one of these taller builds. For a regular breakdown combo, I'm using De'Aaron Fox. I don't do this move a lot, but this is a good combo you can add to your bag if you want to. Onto the aggressive breakdown combo, we're using Jamal Murray. Here's another good combo that you can add together with different moves that I'm gonna show you in this video to combo them up and give the defense a different look. Our escape moves, I'm using Kemba Walker. All you need is an 86 ball handle and it'd be under 6'10", so majority of people can get Kemba Walker. I also recommend Trae Young, but for Trae Young, you need a 92 ball handle, so not as many people are able to get that, and I feel like some moves are easier to do with Kemba Walker anyway, so throw in Kemba Walker. For our combo moves, we're using Tim Hardaway. I feel like this is a very decent combo move. For this, you need a 90 ball handle, but you can use anything. You can go to any combo move that you like. If you can get it, you can throw it on, but if you have a 90 ball handle, use Tim Hardaway. Onto our crossover, for the majority of the year, I've been using Kobe Bryant, but I have finally switched to John Wall. I don't know how I really feel about it. I think it's pretty similar. I don't see a huge difference, but I'm gonna elaborate it up a little bit more, but as of right now, I'm using John Wall moving crossover. For the behind the back, the best behind the back in the game, we're using Jamal Murray. They did add Tyrese Halliburton and it's pretty decent. I just don't think it's better than Jamal Murray, but if you do, you can throw that on. The animations are a little bit different, not too crazy, but you can throw on Tyrese Halliburton if you want, but I'm using Jamal Murray. For our spin, we're using basic. I don't do spins at all, so you can throw on whatever you want to throw on right here. Onto the hesitation, we're using Ja Morant. We're specifically using Ja Morant because I'm on a 6'6" build and this allows me to speed boost both ways instead of having to go the opposite ball hand. You can speed boost out of the same side. And then the step back, this is by far the best step back in the game. John Wall, it has a good snatch back, it has a good hop back. It's a very, very good package for my taller builds. All right, the first one I want to go over is a cross crab into the snatch back. And this right here gotta be my go-to move. I feel like I do this move every time I come down the court. This move is being activated. It's a super easy move to do. It's a very good starter combo to get, you know, moving around and to get the other team's defense off balance. So there's gonna be 3 parts to this move. The first part is just a simple crossover. So I'm using De'Aaron Fox. That's the De'Aaron Fox crossover. The way you activate this is by flicking your right stick diagonally up, left or right to the opposite ball hand. So the ball's in my right hand, opposite ball hand is gonna be my left. So I'm gonna get my right stick and I'm gonna flick it diagonally up to the left. It's gonna cross over like that. If the ball's in my left hand, I'm gonna go opposite ball hand, so we're gonna go diagonally up to the right, and it's gonna go like that. So that's the first part of this move. The second part of this move is just a simple crab. I have on Kemba Walker escape package, so this is what it looks like. If you have a different escape package on, it's gonna look a little bit different, but it's gonna be the same move, same concept. The way you activate this move is hold down your trigger, and you can do the same thing you did for the crossover that I just showed you, except now you're holding down your right trigger. So we hold down our right trigger, and we're gonna flick our right stick diagonally up to the opposite ball hand, left or right. The ball's in my right hand, so we're gonna hold down our right trigger and flick our right stick diagonally up to the left, and it's gonna hop over like that. And if we put the ball into our left hand, it's gonna be vice versa. Continue to hold down your right trigger, flick your right stick diagonally up to the right. It's gonna give you a crab that way. All right, so we got those 2 down. We got the crossover, we got the crab. 2 simple moves, boom, boom. If you need to get these 2 moves down together, do that right now. Lab those up because you wanna get the timer down. So we're gonna cross over and then we're gonna crab. And as soon as you cross, you wanna crab. You wanna crab out of it. It's kind of like a cancel. So we're crossing and then we're canceling out of the cross. I messed up right there, but we're gonna cross over and we're gonna crab out of the crossover. So get those 2 moves down, and then we're gonna get into the third part. Now that you got those 2 moves down together, adding those together, you got the rhythm of it. You see how it's supposed to feel when you do those 2 moves. We're gonna add the snatch back in. The way you do the snatch back is very simple. If you don't know how to do this move, I don't know where you've been at. And all you wanna do is hold down your right trigger and then flick down on your right stick. It's gonna give you that snatch back right there. A very, very good move. You can do this move just by itself sometimes. You wanna get an open 3, you can hit that move when your defender slides off or you sags down, you can shoot a 3 off of it. But a very, very good move, very simple move by itself. When you add it together with these other 2 moves I showed you, it's a kill. All right, so now we're gonna put them all together, but we're gonna do it a little bit slow. We're gonna cross over, we're gonna crab into a snatch back. Crossover, crab into a snatch back. And if you're having trouble learning this combo, do it slowly the way I'm showing you right now before you speed it up. So all you want to do, crossover, crab into a snatch back right there. Do it slow, and then once you get it down, you can put it all together. And sometimes I mess up when I'm doing my crab. I'll do a crossover and then I'll do a tween and I do a snatch back. It's the same thing. It's a little bit different animation, well, rather than doing the crab. And then if you're gonna do a tween, if you mess up, it's gonna look a little bit different. It's gonna do the same thing, it's gonna look a little different. So when you put it all together, it's gonna go like this, crossover crab to a snatch back. Very quick move. Majority of the time you're gonna get open off that move. And if you don't, you can just crab back this way. You can do it behind the back. Whatever you wanna do, you can do off of that move. But the majority of the time when you do this combo right here, you're gonna get your defender off of you. You're gonna be open for a 3. And if he comes out, you can just go by him and then go in for a layup or dunk, whatever it may be. On to combo number 2. It's another 3-part combo that I like to do when I'm coming up the court just to get into a rhythm. So 2 of these moves that are in this combo, I already showed y'all. The first move is going to be the crab. We already learned how to do that. So simple as that. Hold down your right trigger, flick diagonally up, left or right to the opposite ball hand. It's going to give you the crab. The next part of this move is a snatch back. I just showed you the snatch back. All you want to do, hold down your trigger and then flick down. So now we got the crab and we got the snatch back. Crab, snatch back. Do them 2 moves over and over again. Get them down. Get the rhythm of it. See how it feels. So, you know, boom, 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 boom. See it like the angle to flick your right stick in. Make sure you're flicking it to the right angle. You don't want to get that tween. You want to get a crab into a snatch back. Crab into a snatch back. Get those 2 moves down and then we're going to get into the third part. So this third part, all we're doing is adding the behind the back, and I have on Jamal Murray behind the back. The way you activate this move is hold down your right trigger and you're going to flick down diagonally left or right to the opposite ball hand. It's going to give you that move right there. One of the most overpowered moves in the game. You can do this move all day by itself without adding any other move, and you're gonna get open doing it. You know, people might know you're doing it and they just still can't guard it, because if you play too high, you just go by them and dunk or lay the ball up. But now let's add them together, but slowly. We're gonna slowly, like I said in the first combo, we're gonna do these moves slowly, get the feel of the move down, and then we can speed it up. So we're gonna do a crab, a snatch back into a behind the back. Very simple move, but it's very effective. In this game, the moves are super simple to do, but you put them all together and it makes it seem like you're moving faster than you actually are, because you're just in one spot, but you're just changing direction so fast that the defense don't know what you're doing, and they don't know if you're gonna go that way, go this way, step back, shoot, whatever it may be. They don't know what you're gonna do because you're moving so fast and it's unpredictable. So now let's put it all together and speed it up. We're gonna do a crab, snatch back into a behind the back. Simple as that. Very, very good move. Super cheesy, y'all. Super cheesy. When you hit that behind the back, you're gonna be open majority of the time. Like, just doing that behind the back off of that, you're gonna be open off of that. If not, you can crab back the other way, stop, and shoot the ball. Okay, now for the third move. This right here is like my go-to whenever I need a bucket. If I'm getting boxed and I have nothing else to do, this is my go-to move. So if I'm playing the 3s, 2s, whatever it may be, I'm coming to this spot right here on the court, specifically this spot right here, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, let me show you how to do the combo. What we're gonna do right here is we're gonna tween back to the middle of the court. So we're gonna get our defender shifted to the middle of the court. We're gonna be right here in this dead corner. We're gonna swing, get him back, sliding back to the middle, and then right when he moves back to the middle, we're gonna hit a behind the back to where we were. And I'm telling you, this is my go-to move. This right here is gonna give me a 10 out of 10 times if I can shake the defender off of me, which is majority of the time I'm gonna be able to get them off of me, because when you hit that swing back to the middle, they're already gonna shift that way, or they're gonna reach, whatever it may be, they're gonna reach, and you're gonna hit the behind the back. And I would say 9 out of 10 times you're gonna be open when you come back right here. This combo right here is by far my favorite. Just boom, boom, hop back to that corner, and it's a 3 majority of the time. And if you haven't already, hit that like button for me, man. I really appreciate y'all watching the video and supporting. But let's get into the rest of these combos. All right, this next move is gonna be out of the triple threat, and I like to do this move if I catch the ball at the top of the key, if I'm playing the 1s court, if I'm playing the 2s court, whatever I'm playing. You can do this move on whatever court you're playing, but you have to catch the ball into the triple threat. So once you get the ball into the triple threat, the first move you're gonna do is a step through. And the way you do the step through is if the ball's in my left hand, if I'm holding the ball back here in triple threat to my left side, I'm gonna flick my right stick to the left. So he's gonna step through that way, and it's gonna give you a move just like this. So it's gonna step through just like that. You're gonna boom, boom. If the ball's on the other hand, vice versa. But the ball's right here, I'm holding it back to my left side, so I'm gonna flip my right stick to the left, and he's gonna step through right there. The next move you're gonna add on to that is just a simple spin. You're gonna spin like that after you do that step through. So it's gonna look a little bit different than what it did just then, because we didn't do the step through with it. So now we're gonna put those 2 moves together. We're gonna step through and then spin. It's gonna look like that. And this right here, you can do a couple different things off of it. You can continue to go to the basket if you're open right here. If you're not open, if the defender plays, I'm gonna show you what to do. It's a counter off of that. If you don't have that rim run after that spin, I'm gonna show you what to do after. All right, so if you don't have the layup or the dunk after doing that step through to the spin, the counter off of it is to do a hop back. And the way you do the hop back is just flick down on your right stick. Simple as that. I have on John Wall right here, so it's gonna give me a huge hop back. And this is what it looks like when you put it together. So we're gonna step through, spin, hop back. It's gonna give us a wide open 3. And if he recovers, if he jumps out, so he took away that layup or the dunk, so we don't have that. So we did the hop back. If he takes that away, hit it behind the back, boom. It's just too many moves you can do off of this. And if you hit the behind the back, Jamal Murray behind the back, and he comes up, hit a crab, boom, go back this way. You can do a misdirection. It's just so many different moves you can do off of that triple threat. Step through to the spin. It's so many different counters you can do off of that. That's one of my favorite moves in the game. All right, this next move I want to go over with y'all is an L2 cancel, and I feel like every guard should know how to do it. So I want to go over it as many times as possible in my videos, just so if you missed the last video or whenever I went over it, you can see in this video of how to do the L2 cancel. And I'm gonna try to break it down for you. So there's 3 ways you can do the L2 cancel. You can do it out of a crab, you can do it out of a snatchback, you can do it out of a crossover like this, or you can do it out of behind the back. And I feel like the easiest ways to do the L2 cancel are either the behind the back or the crab. So if you speed boost this way, you're running, you can just hold down your left trigger and you can do the behind the back. So we already showed you how to do the behind the back. That's all you want to do. You want to hold down your left trigger for about like half a second when you're speed boosting. You have to be running sideways. So right here, you see I'm running sideways. That's when you're able to activate the L2 cancel. So if we're running, we're going to hold down our left trigger for a second and then hold down our right trigger and our right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. It's going to give us that L2 cancel, but with the behind the back. The other way I was talking about doing it is with the snatch back. So the same thing, we're going to hit it, we're going to be running, hold it down into a snatch back. And I feel like those two ways are easier to do it than the crab. So if you can't get the crab down, try doing those two just to get the timing down and then move on to doing it out of the crab. But the way it looks like when you crab out of it, you're gonna crab one way, be running, click your left stick real fast. Not even click, it's like more of like a half second hold. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you wanna boom, 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 just like that. You don't wanna hold it too long. You just want to boom. So we're going to do it again. We're going to crab, boom, back this way. That's the L2 cancel out of the crab. I feel like that's the hardest way to do the L2 cancel, and I recommend doing the other two ways before so you can get the timing down, and that'll make doing it out of the crab that much easier. Being able to get open in this game is very important, but so is being able to make your shots. So check out this video right here where I give you all the best jump shots for all builds in NBA 2K24.